Jon, thank you for taking the time to speak to us. It's a difficult result to take. Just talk us through your feelings.
Yeah, I'm gutted. We weren't good enough in both boxes, and ultimately, that's why we lose the game.
The direction of travel seemed to be in our favour for large parts until the first Cambridge goal. What was the difference in not being able to just make that clear-cut chance to get ahead?
No, I think we've spoke a lot about it. Final ball, final decision, final cross, finishing in that moment. And that's been a little bit of the story for the whole season, really. So yeah, I think ultimately, yes, dominated possession, etc., but it's about results, and we've not got it today.
It sounds simplistic, but Cambridge took their chances and we didn't. That's the story of the game.
No, and that's what football is. Moments in the game. And at the minute, the moments aren't going for us, and we're not taking them. And that's that's really disappointing.
I can see your own frustration with it. Obviously, you set the team up to dominate the game in large parts. There must be a disappointment from you that we just can't seem to get over the line in these matches recently.
I think so. I think ultimately, I'm always wanting to have as many attacking players on the pitch as possible, and work the opportunities in front of the goal. And like I said, it's been frustrating. The decision, final decisions, final passes, final balls have just not been there. And that, ultimately, again, why we lose the game.
We got back into the game even with 10 men on the field, but immediately it went beyond us again. It's almost a summation of this final part of the season for us, that when we look like there's progress being made, it's snatched away almost immediately.
Yeah, I think probably one of the few positives, to get the goal back, and then you think, right, let's kick on, let's have a grandstand finish and get the winner, and and we get sucker punched and score and concede a really poor goal, in my opinion, that I've watched back. And yeah, regardless of 10 men or not, it's disappointing.
Your frustration was obviously echoed by the supporters in the stands today, and just heard you speaking to Radio Leeds, and you're honest in saying you completely understand where they're coming from at the minute.
Yeah, they pay the money, and they want to see the team winning, and I think it's fair, and we have to get them off the feet, and we have to win games.
Next game's Monday over Easter. Obviously, there's not an awful lot of time to digest this and get back into that one. It's a tough game away at Stockport, who have their own aspirations this season. Just talk us through the next couple of days at Canalside.
Yeah, we'll be in tomorrow. I think it'll be seeing which players are available, who's going to be available for the game, and then we'll work from there.
Jon, commiserations, but thank you very much for your time.
Cheers, thanks.